about this real quick, right? I've made a little video on it. Yeah, she had top 5 going crashing out just for views. But somebody has sent me this. They say Reddit did a crack on 616, which I kind of already talked about a little bit. It seems like there's a correlation between, was it Mark Zombie, and Kendrick Lamar might be talking about This Is the Mo. And somebody just sent this to me, so I just want to highlight it real quick. You know, this seems to be the connection, maybe, allegedly. Folks are still connecting the dots. It's time that you look around who is you before you figure out you're not alone. What Mike do? And Mike Zombie is his name. Then he got a song called 616 about partying. People trying to connect the dots. People saying that he's the Mo, but Mark said that he ain't the Mo. I don't know. Only time will tell, but we shall see. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving because we got a lot to talk about. All right, let's keep it going. Let's react to this because, damn, do I want to react to this now? Yeah, let's just knock this out the way. All right. So once again, What the Dirt? You know, everybody's saying this and that and that and this, and there was a few people that made reaction videos to What the Dirt, and I think they did a good job to it. So I want to react to it. We got 2 videos that we need to react to. All right. We got this one, Everything Wrong with What's the Dirt Family Matters Breakdown. So salute to this individual right here. Y'all go check him out. You know, I'm not a hater. How come the like button don't show up on most people's? Oh, they took it down or something? I don't know. Well, let's see what he got to say about What the Dirt. You know, it seemed like, you know, a lot of people feeling some type of way about, you know, his breakdown. So let's break down the breakdown.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell. What's the Dirt is a phenomenal YouTuber who's known for thoroughly breaking down songs from our favorite rappers. Now he's the new person to look into every line and explain it better than anybody else could. The impact of his work sort of reminds me of Joe Budden's breakdowns in 2018. People were very excited when he announced his Family Matters breakdown, me included. Of course, there were some Kendrick stans who weren't happy with this, but that was to be expected. Drake stans were just as angry about the Kendrick breakdowns. Before he announced the Family Matters video, they were calling him a Kendrick agent. I'm a big fan of What's the Dirt, and I've always been. He even highlighted my work in one of his last few videos, which I really appreciated. And if you're watching this, shout out to you, bro. But with all that being said, we have to get into everything that's wrong with this breakdown. First and foremost, this video did not need to be 2 hours long, because the title
big facts. I stated that from the beginning. 2 hours long on that. Yeah, something ain't right about that.
Reads tons of new info. Plus the way it was teased, it genuinely made me believe we were in for an experience.
I've got tweets from Whitney's sister in there.
No way. Whitney's sister? No way.
We were going to find out tons of new info that would give a better perspective on Drake's accusations and his angles. This song would have a new life after this video, but that wasn't the case at all. Drake is a really talented wordsmith, but 90% of his bars aren't that hard to figure out. His words are straightforward, especially in rap battles. Just go listen to Charged Up, Back to Back, Duppy, Push-Ups, Tailor-Made. And I'm not saying Drake doesn't do double or triple entendres, but he isn't like Kendrick. People look into Kendrick's every word, every video, every post, because he has in the past deliberately placed little Easter eggs for people to find. Trying to do the same thing with Drake is a mistake. Drake has never put in a lot of effort into hidden meanings. A lot of time was wasted on points that were either entirely made up or just unnecessary. A lot of reaching went on during these 2 hours. Like early on in the video, when dude says Drake said nigga 37 times to signify how long he's been black.
Now what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black. You'll see that both Drake and Juju
Man, he thought he really had something with that too. He thought, oh yeah, this is like, huh? Come on, bro, that ain't it, man. What are you doing? Come on, man.
the chains by holding it up by their thumbs, which is exactly how Pharrell showcased these chains many times before. So as obscure as some of these details might be, a lot of people do look past this shit, and that's what I tend to focus on.
What does that does not need to be pointed out? Like you doing too much. Oh, look how his thumb is facing 90 degrees to his eyes. That means he sees everything that you're doing, and he's going to point at you when, what? Come, stop, man, stop.
On in my videos, like, these things still do have meaning.
But this is how everybody has always held up their chains. It's not unique to Pharrell. And then he goes on to say these are the details that people don't normally look into, but he does. Like, no, bro, this is how everyone has always flaunted their chains. There isn't any
facts. Everybody do that. When everybody want to show their chain, everybody does that. But he think that's a correlation to Pharrell just because of the. Stop, man. You stop.
something deep to it, trust me. In the third beat switch of Family Matters when Drake is in the studio, dude just makes up the fact that Drake might have a recording of Kendrick.
In the case of this section, we see the outside of a studio booth, and you'll notice that when the sign flashes to signal that a live recording is taking place, it's perfectly timed with the words "scene." Drake could be saying that he has a recording on Kendrick.
Why would that lead you to believe that Drake is hinting at having a recording of Kendrick? But that's not all. Here go a few other reasons that I found kind of funny.
And something else I wanted to add about this video is the fact that it's very low budget. It almost looks like it was filmed with cell phones, and when we think of how Kendrick approaches his music videos, they're extremely cinematic, and I think Drake could be doing this to kind of mock him. And there are many instances.
He's mocking him because he's doing it on a cell phone? What does that matter? Fuck Family Matters. What does this matter? Why does that need to be pointed out? Come on. Come on. What is this? Come on.
Instances of Kendrick wearing footwear where he seems to be trying to gain a couple inches. I mean, maybe it is a sore spot for Kendrick.
Some of these things sound like something that a diehard Drake fan would say on Twitter, and this happened so many times in this video. There were times where we got information that we didn't need at all. These pieces of information did not affect the points brought up in the songs, so why go out your way to intrude them? For example, he speaks about the transporting company that transported the van in the video, but why? What significance does it have? Why do we need to know about this?
Drake contracted a company by the name of Charisma Auto to transport this van, and I even dug up this company's TikTok account.
Yo, I didn't even watch it all the way through. I couldn't even. I'm saying, bro, why do we need to know the transportation company and that he done business? What does that got to do with the 2 hours and 30 minutes of just? He could have. That video would have been a lot better if he would have did it in 30 minutes and just leave out all this unnecessary bullshit. Like this, he was just. I don't know. He was just trying to outdo himself. Right, he was trying to figure out every little angle, but it wasn't necessary. It really wasn't necessary.
Where they proudly announce their involvement. What's interesting about Charisma Auto is they only transport very high-end luxury exotic vehicles, and as you can see, Drake definitely has a rapport with this company, as they delivered at least 4 vehicles that I could find to him in the past.
And further in the video, he goes into this guy's life story, after acknowledging that his presence in the video has zero significance to the beef or the song. This is just one of the many times this has happened in this video, and this is why I don't think it needed to be this long. So much research went into these unnecessary things, but the same energy wasn't kept for more important points, in my opinion. We'll get into this in a few moments, but first let's talk about the comments that were made around the 6-minute mark. The Control verse was Kendrick looking for attention.
No, bro, he was shaking up the game. No, he did that for attention. Kendrick Lamar did Control to get attention. That's facts.
Good Kid, Mad City went platinum right before this verse came out. The album which people had already deemed a classic. This is the person seeking attention, and this is what rap has always been about. Competition. When Drake shot at Jay-Z, Kanye, and Common on I'm On One, it wasn't attention seeking. He was competing for the *1 spot. Kendrick was doing the same thing. I don't know how you can say something like this and not see how people can say you're competent.
It's not attention, it's shit, I can't even think of the goddamn word. Competition. Shit, I couldn't even get the damn words. It's not attention, it's competition. This is a sport. Everybody wants to be #1. So he said, man, fuck all y'all. We cool and all, but I'm trying to be on top. Pause. No Diddy. No baby oil.
I don't know if the Drake fans were shitting on you during 616 in LA so much that you're trying to seem neutral by corroborating Drake's points a lot more. Maybe this was an effort to try balance the scales. I liked how you explained the Drake robbery and basically assured us that Drake didn't cooperate. You even dug in deep and did research about the robbers. But with other points that didn't seem to help Drake, you easily let them go without much research. These are some of the reasons people would say you seem biased. For example, the money trees. Kendrick doesn't do anything in the community, as Drake says.
Yeah,
and you agree without much research done on your part. You compare Kendrick's efforts to Nipsey's.
Drake makes a direct reference to Kendrick's.
This was terrible. I don't even know why he tried to do this. Try to make it seem like he wasn't giving back and he wasn't doing it the same way that Nipsey Hussle was. Like, why even try to compare? He can give back the way that he want to give back, but you make it seem like he don't even give back at all when he does. So I don't understand. Like, these narratives seems like you compromised. It seemed like this was coming from another place because this had nothing to do with the actual bars. Like, it seemed like you pushing an agenda. It's like, huh? What the fuck?
Big hit Money Trees and claims that he doesn't go back to his neighborhood to spread the wealth. What businesses has Kendrick created in his community? Based on my research, he owns PG Lang and that's pretty much it, so Drake makes a pretty solid point here. If you want to talk about giving back to people on the West, look no further than what the late great Nipsey Hussle did.
But you failed to show the local organizations that Kendrick and PG Lang had partnered with.
If you visit Compton, and I would encourage all of my colleagues to do so, Mr. Lamar is a familiar face in the neighborhood, giving back to his community that raised him. Sports programs, after-school programs, music programs in the Compton Unified School District to help keep Compton students off the streets and in the classroom. through his work with his own nonprofit organization and other organizations such as Habitat for Humanity.
A lot of people are saying that this might stem from Drake saying that you guys don't plant trees in your own community. Does it have anything to do with that?
That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
This has been going over here for years. It's just now y'all care.
Do you feel like the Kendrick song, Not Like Us, is really shining a light on, and it's helping Compton?
I think he's already helped Compton before that song.
Kendrick a real homie though. A lot of niggas don't know that. Kendrick can pay for homies' funerals. You know, put money on homies' books. He done gave me features for free.
Shit, Kendrick do shit, nigga, like his performance. He, you know, he had the homie Key Richards in the back.
Yeah, still to this day, he putting on. He do a toy drive every year.
On me, he was at the park and niggas were so surprised. Like,
I seen this. I seen him be around it, you know, and show his face.
Like now he put me through executive school and shit.
So what happened to all this research? What the dirt? Right? It seems like you do very good Googling researching. Seems like you have very researching skills. So you just missed all this stuff, right? It seemed like you intentionally didn't want to post this. How you ain't post this, but you posted other stuff and posting about people wearing chains at the 90-degree angles. Like, it seemed like it was intentional. And this is what people had a problem with. Like, bro, what you doing? It seemed like you pushing a narrative or something instead of just sticking to the, you know, actual facts.
I go to school for that shit.
So you finna go to college?
He's still active in the community. His presence is still felt.
All I do is do the very, very best job that I can. I try very, very hard to research. I put a lot of time into this.
If what you say you do is extensive research, but then you leave things out like this, it just looks like you're trying to push a certain narrative.
The question needs to be asked, what has Kendrick done for West Coast rappers? What is he doing to put money into the pockets of LA artists? What is he doing to find the next Kendrick Lamar? Excluding features that he's done with his label mates on TDE, which really shouldn't count.
Who the fuck is on OVO? Who, other than Party Next Door? Do we know anybody on OVO? And shit, we don't even know that. Goddamn. Well, I mean, yeah, we know OVO. But do y'all know how many people are under OVO that we don't even know about? How many people left? What the fuck is Drake doing to push another Drake? Like, come on, man. Stop. TDE got more known artists than OVO does. Shit, go down TDE roster and go down OVO. Let's see who got the best roster.
Kendrick's discography isn't exactly the definition of promoting West Coast artists. And not only has Kendrick not planted any money trees for them, he's hardly even planted a seed.
Nipsey Hussle, Blast, SOB, RBE, Flying Lotus, Glosses Malone, Mr. FAB, Vince Staples, Anderson .Paak, YG, Steve Lacy, Thundercat. All these people are from LA, bro. There's no way you didn't find this information during your research. Most of these records were after 2016, by the way, when Kendrick had already reached superstardom. Then most recently, he signed Tyler Leone. Where's he from? He put a young dude named Xavier in an ad for Cash App. He's from South Central.
1,300 in my pocket. Easy. Off top. Easy. What happened? What happened? Man, peanut is what happened.
It is now your duty to be as fair as possible. And you seem kind of biased in this video, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This beef came with a lot of accusations without proof, a lot of gray areas. The way What's the Dirt teased the breakdown made us believe he was going to bring clarity. In the title of the video, he said there'd be a ton of new info, but he didn't really present information that we didn't know that mattered. When it came to some of the damning allegations, we got nothing except what he feels. The Day Free allegations are tough to work around because we don't know where Drake got this info from. Some people say he made it up. We don't know. But then dude talks about how he believes Kendrick and his women are no longer together, but he doesn't tell us why. And he's hell-bent on this theory because he repeats it 3 times at different parts of the video.
I have a hunch that Drake is bang on with the co-parenting angle. Like I said before, I'm of the opinion that Kendrick and Whitney are indeed separated. I think
this is not your opinion, though. You can't give your opinion. You can't do what I do. No, you got to stick to the facts. You stick to the breakdowns. This is not about your opinion. That's what you got to understand. You were giving your personal opinion too damn much. You can't do that. All right? Your lane is different. You got to stick to the facts. It's not about your opinion.
I think Drake got this part bang on, but again, this is just my opinion, but ultimately, it is the furthest thing from a far-fetched take.
You gotta stick to the facts,
now, for me personally, bro, I don't feel like the Not Like Us video proves that Kendrick and Whitney are still together. This is just my take, but I believe they separated a while ago, and the Mr. Morale album was a form of therapy for them, and I do believe they are now co-parenting. That's just my opinion, guys. I do think Drake got this part right.
You need to make a whole nother channel then just say What the Dirt opinion to give your opinions. But when you break down these bars, you can't give my opinion. You got to stick to the facts. Stick to what you can actually prove. All right. Stick to what you can prove. All right. If you want to give your opinion, make another channel so you can give your own opinion. But on that channel, you cannot give your opinion. You got to stick to what you can prove. All right.
Me personally, I believe that there just might be a layer of truth mixed in there somewhere that Kendrick recognized he needed to step on.
This was a crucial point that needed research because it would have given Drake more credit, but we get nothing. And I believe we get nothing because the little evidence that's out there would lean more towards Kendrick and his wife still being together, more than them being separated. And these things aren't—
I don't even care if they together. So what? What does that got to do with the battle? I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care if they together or not. Shit, so what?
Hard to find.
People break up every day, B. What the hell?
These are the things that make someone seem biased.
He would cheat on Whitney and dipped into the vanilla cream at a festival in Copenhagen. Now, the crowd was different in Copenhagen, babe. Like, they really do love me out here. It's crazy. And of course, Kendrick had to frame those lyrics like he had big plans of messing with thick queens with the weave looking on point, but in reality, he was gripping on a blonde ponytail and balls deep in skinny white ass. I mean, Kendrick might just be a milkman, right? A closeted milkman.
And after that, it's over. You wake up and you don't even know what you done.
A closet milkman. He might be, in my opinion. Well, give my opinion, in my belief, in my thoughts, bro, shut up, man. Man, listen, you gotta go back to the drawing board, man. You cannot do this again. If you do this shit again, yeah, you gonna get up out of here, bro. But nah, man, you can't be doing this, man.
It's the low parts of the video that make you seem biased, brother. You didn't do any of this in the other reaction.
Yeah, I got engaged, and I'm also really loyal too, by the way. Like, that's just, I'm Kendrick.
No one in their right mind is angry at you for making a Family Matters breakdown. They're angry about your approach and your clear bias.
Facts.
You seem to clearly be picking a side.
Facts.
It also seems like you shooting Drake a lot of bail with the points that didn't hit home.
I think we can all agree in here that the high school sweetheart thing has been great for Kendrick, right? Right, good look. So I think we just ignore this.
I think he feels the way about the harassment from Kendrick's stance, and rightfully so. But you don't make it better by further pushing the agenda and coming off more biased than you already looked early on.
If you don't like the info, just call me a culture vulture. That'll make you feel better. They don't want to hear anything about Drake. Drake is incapable of doing this. Only Your Highness Kendrick Lamar, Jesus himself, is able to do these types of things. That's what these guys think.
I can promise you, people don't
sound just like academics. Sound like you're trying to get on the payroll, man.
hate you for giving Drake props. People don't hate you for liking a Drake song. People are looking at you sideways because of how you're moving. It's that simple.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I can kind of tell.
So that was a great video comparing to that video. Do I want to do this one? Ooh, because this is another one. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna get to that one when academics talk about it, because academics is gonna talk about that too. So I'll just say that for that video. But that was a great breakdown of what the dirt breakdown of Family Matters. So salute to that video.